Hello and welcome to Digital Farm TV Rural News. I'm Andy Walker. A Sydney vet has described video late last week of turkeys being cruelly abused in an abattoir south of Sydney as among the worst he had seen. Dr. Mark Simpson has reportedly called for mandatory CCTV monitoring of all slaughter lines in all Australian meat processing works as a response. Video footage shown on ABC TV's Lateline program of poultry workers mistreating turkeys at an Ingham's processing plant has reportedly been turned over to police. The vision shows workers repeatedly kicking birds, stomping on their heads until they were still and slamming them up against production line machinery. Post-farm gate agribusiness conditions are soaring thanks to a continuing rally in global equity markets and positive news from world trading partners such as China and the United States. The latest National Australia Bank Agribusiness Quarterly Survey highlights a shift into the positive post-farm gate conditions for the first time since December 2011. NAB Agribusiness General Manager Khan Horn said the shift in the December quarter 2012 reflected a more buoyant outlook on the ground. Consumer confidence had been a major factor, reflecting a more upbeat global growth outlook, he said. Cotton exports are expected to reach record levels in 2012-13, making Australia the second largest exporter in the world. The forecast has been made in the National Australia Bank's latest Rural Commodities Wrap. Cotton prices had held their ground since November 2012 on the back of China restocking, moving from $390 Australian a bale to approximately $445, according to NAB's Northern Australia Agribusiness Chief David Brett. Despite the rally, 2013 had not been without its challenges, with current prices around a third of the peak price in March 2011. Time is running out for sheep breeders to participate in the Sheep Cooperative Research Centre's popular genomics pilot project. CRC's Professor James Rowe said there were a limited number of DNA parentage tests left for sale before the program closed at the end of April. In a sign of the sheep industry's growing confidence in genomic breeding tools, almost 17,000 tests had already been sold to breeders across Australia, he said. Professor Rowe reminded producers that applications to participate in the project would close this weekend and program blood cards had to be submitted by April 30. Heading north, the Indonesian government had signalled its interest in running a cattle breeding enterprise in Australia to improve its domestic beef supply, according to Beef Central website. Indonesia's state-owned enterprises minister, Ian Iskan, told the Jakarta Globe newspaper yesterday the government was considering the move to help meet the country's target of supplying 90% of its beef requirements from local production by 2014. The minister reportedly noted that it cost only 297 Aussie dollars to produce a calf in Australia, one-third of the parallel cost in Indonesia. But fattening was best done in Indonesia. Increasing the weight of cattle there was quicker and cheaper, Minister Ian said. Well, that's it for Digital Farm TV Rural News this week. I'm Andy Walker and I look forward to your company again next week. Goodbye.